This lateral line fishing mission is something a little bit special. This time around, the boys are going fishing on an 821 Tristram Marine fishing machine. And I want to give you a little bit of backstory to kick this one off. Once upon a time, myself and Milan, with a bunch of awesome people, made a fishing TV show. And while we were doing that, Family Tristram, Uncle Lance, Auntie Bronwyn, and brothers Tris and Kingsley, and all of their amazing team looked after us by way of a couple of boats, namely the 701 Tristram, which was an awesome boat. We caught a lot of fish, had a lot of fun, and yeah, it was just a really cool time in our lives. Now, since then, Milan and Kingsley have kept in constant contact. They're like a couple of little kids when they get together. Now, Uncle Lance and Brother Kingsley one night were sitting down watching the lateral line, and Uncle Lance was like, why don't you get the 821 and take those boys fishing? I'll pay for everything, he reckoned. So that is this mission. The boys are going on a Tristram Marine adventure in the 821. Now, the 821 was nothing more than an idea at that stage of the game. It was in the design process, and Tristram wanted to create a mean fishing boat. So they said to myself and Milan, what would the 821 need to be an awesome fishing boat? So myself and Milan started up the front and said, if you want a mean fishing boat, then you need to have an electric motor on the front of it. And at that stage of the game, Tristram Marine had never mounted an electric motor on any one of their boats, and we had to push them really, really hard to get them to mount an electric motor onto the front of our 701 Tristram. But I heard Kingsley say last night, and these are his words, that he would never ever again have a boat without an electric motor on the front of it. So to know that we had a hand in converting that man on that one thing at least is very cool. Secondly, in our minds, a good fishing boat has to have rod storage. And when I say rod storage, I mean it has to have somewhere to put rods that are rigged and ready to go fishing. And I watched Kingsley put 10 fishing rods rigged, ready to go in underneath the floor of the 821, and Kingsley said that you can even open the lid and hose the rods and reels down while they're in the storage, and then just close the lid, ready to go for the next day. And I think that is really, really cool. Now, I'm pretty sure you will agree with me when I say that every good fishing boat needs ample fishing room. So we pushed Kingsley hard to make the 821 over width, which again was something they'd never done. When I say over width, I mean over width on the road. But if it's over width on the road, then it's wider in the water, creating a far more stable fishing platform. But everything in boats is a compromise. Tristram has always been renowned to have amazing riding boats, but now they've got an over width boat. So yeah, I'm real interested to see how it goes on the water. And last, but definitely not least, live bait tank and tuna tubes. And I don't mean some little live bait tank shoved in underneath the step of the walkthrough. I mean something that was specifically designed for the boat and for the purpose of live baiting. Myself and Milan don't believe you need to have a deep tank. It's all about square meterage in our minds. But looking at that live bait tank in the back of the 821, Kingsley, you absolutely nailed it, brother. It is a live bait fisherman's dream tank. So yeah, we've got like the next 3 days, all day today, staying on the 821 tonight, all day tomorrow, staying on the 821 tomorrow night, and then half of the following day to go fishing. And Kingsley wants to catch himself a big kingfish, and Milan reckons he can help him out, and I reckon Milan's about right. So yeah, this one is going to be really, really cool. And this one is proudly brought to you by Wise Angler Hooks. By buying Wise Angler Hooks, you are directly supporting myself and Milan, giving us the time and energy that we need to create the lateral line, and you can also win yourself a Saltiga. Chur, chur, my brothers and sisters, it is very, very much appreciated. appreciated. You listened to the boys, eh?
We did, mate.
Massive live bait tank, tuna tubes.
You asked, we delivered, boy.
Kingsley pushed the 821 off the trailer on the east coast of the Coromandel, and then the boys started venturing north up the coast, the idea being to fish our way along an awesome piece of coast. But to sum that up, it was more of a boating adventure than it was a fishing one, because we didn't really find a lot. And I failed to mention at the start of this that the weather forecast on this one isn't exactly ideal. But Kingsley had this week set aside to go fishing. We had this week set aside to go fishing, and we're just going to make do with what we've got. And today, tomorrow, and the next day are the best weather of the week. But yeah, anyway, we ended up going the full length of the east coast of the Coromandel. Then we went across the north face of the Coromandel, and then we came all the way down the west coast of the Coromandel to a group of islands. And this group of islands is Milan's favourite part of the fishing realm. Myself and Milan have done a lot of fishing here, had a lot of fun, caught a lot of fish, but we haven't fished here since we had sojourn. So the boys haven't been fishing here for like a year and a half, if not more, which is, it actually feels pretty weird to say that we haven't been fishing here for a year and a half, because it doesn't feel like that. But anyway, the boys are here. When we turned up to this spot, the exact spot that Milan had picked out in his head, there was a school of kahawai busting up on the surface, and there was a mob of birds hanging around. So the spot looks really, really good. Anchor's down, Milan's already got a live bait on the water, and Kingsley's got a cooker out. What is it? A cob cooker? A cob cooker. And lunch is about to get made. I didn't have breakfast this morning. None of us had breakfast this morning, so I'm real keen to see a big feed on my lap and wake myself up a bit. Like I say, it's been more of a boating, relaxing adventure than anything else so far. But the incoming tide will start about the same time we finish lunch, I reckon. And with that incoming push, the boys will be in fishing mode with full bellies, and I can't see why a big kingfish doesn't eat a massive kahawai, and we get to see Kingsley get railed. Hey Kingsley.
That's the plan.
Bring it on, he says.
We're hoping for it. Maybe? Is there dinner fish? What we're hoping for, but it's not looking good. I don't think it's a dinner fish. Have you got a knife and fork?
Mate, we're just turning it into a Sammy.
Oh.
That's how you do it.
No cutlery needed. Too good.
When you're kingy fishing and then Milan starts snapper fishing, you know things are a little bit slow.
That's okay. Thingy will probably eat my Mackie going down the back. Best spot to be, I think, with the weather. Nato,
Did you find dinner, Milan?
might have found a dinner fish.
Dinner fish coming up.
I think Kingsley will be like, oh man, that's what I wanted to catch. Had to be something back here, Nato.
Yeah, there's plenty of burley going in.
Nice fish, bro. I just need to fillet him and crumb him, and then he'll be a server.
Looks pretty good to me, mate.
Yeah, it's not a kingfish, but it's kind of close.
It's not even close. Was that just hero drag, or have you got a fish
Got a fish?
contributing to dinner?
I reckon it is. He ate my whole one, Nato. Look at it in the wind, it's still flapping.
Oh, it's a thrasher shark or a bronzy.
Thrasher shark.
Little bronzy maybe.
No, I had that big. Oh, it is too.
Well, I reckon I could sum up the first day on the 821 by saying it was an awesome day boating. Because the fishing was just a little bit slow. But considering we went from the east coast of the Coromandel right around the top to the west coast of the Coromandel and did all that relatively easy, this thing is a weapon on the water. There is heaps of room. It's so nice to be sitting down and just relaxing while traveling. That's something we haven't done since we had Sojourn. And we had an awesome dinner as always, and as long as the food is good, then everything is good in my mind. We had lamb leg steak, and the boys didn't have salt and pepper, so Milan stuck bacon in with the lamb leg steaks and gave them a bit more flavour. And yeah, had an awesome dinner, and then the three of us were up the front for the night, and there was more than enough room. There was a few times in the night where there was, you know, the old bump in the night, but at the end of the day, I've had an awesome sleep. The boys were in bed last night at 8:30, and Milan's alarm clock was ringing at 5. So we are right now awaiting our morning coffees, and then yesterday was an awesome day for boating, but today is going to be an awesome day on the 821 fishing. The weather forecast has changed a little bit, and it's changed a little bit in our favour. So we've actually got some very favourable conditions to be chasing kings, and we have Milan's favourite tide, which is high tide in the morning, so we can fish an entire outgoing tide. And we have pretty much all day to do it, all day to set a hook in the face of a massive kingfish. Bring it on. Coffee.
I'm actually really hanging for a coffee.
Kingsy's put 3 huge pipers in the tank. Like kingfish candy.
Comes another one into you.
Huge. And he doesn't even have to like handle them to get them into the tank. Another one of the requests that we had for Kingsley when we were building the 821 or helping him design it was an awesome live bait tank. And that is an awesome live bait tank.
And another one.
And another one. I reckon that little net isn't going to be on the 821 by the end of this fishing trip, bro.
It's pretty handy, eh?
I think we just claimed that one.
Look at that. First thing in the morning, got a live bait tank full of liveys.
And piper. This is gold.
Where's your net, Kingsley? Where's your net? Right on behind side
Excuse
you.
me, Milan.
There it is, there it is, there it is, there it is. Oh, he misses. Go again. Oh, he gets him.
Did you get that one?
Thank you, Captain, for a beautiful night. Not all bad, eh, mate? You don't remember me, do you?
You remember me after last night, Mike?
It's pretty cool just to wake up and have your matches there ready to pour into your tank.
As much as that is a beautiful looking live bait tank, the boys have caught way more fish on live kahawai than anything else. So the mighty kahawai is right now #1 on the hit list. Well, Kingsley is officially #1 bait catcher because he just caught a kohiru.
And the Coromandel.
Yeah, Like I say though, I've never had a kingfish eat one here, eh? Kahawai is definitely the bait to get. Look at that. Woohoo! Kingsley's on fire! Look at them all. There's no shortage of them, man. Well, let's hope I'm wrong and Coey's just get inhaled today.
So the bait of choice, that's what the God gave us, Nathan.
Yep. Well, I'm not going to turn them down. But again, if we had Piper, mackerel, kohiru, and the mighty kahawai, things would be even. Yeah, things would be even better.
Nothing like that starting up. Are we going to the kayak spot?
Can you feel it, Milan? Can you feel it?
I want some more current. It doesn't feel very fishy at the moment, but we'll get that current start ripping, and then we'll see how we feel after that. And if it doesn't feel, then we'll leave them.
Just like that, the boys are gone.
Go down there and get a big dog. Come in and eat you. Donkey kingfish coming up. Take one. There'll be 10 takes today. Whoa, you crazy little...
It's going to be short, sharp, heavy burley trails today because the burley is softening up, which I don't think's a bad thing. Until you run out, of course. The big question I have right now is it going to be a multiple species offering or nope, it's two big co-heroes out. Kingsley's trying to catch the mighty kahawai, but I'm guessing that looks like a snapper fish. We do need to take some snappers home for Uncle Lance. He wants to try his new knives out, remember? Snapper on board. Can Lance fillet it? Yes, Lance can fillet it. There you go, Uncle Lance. Kingsley did it. There'd be an epic time lapse going down this morning. Sorry. There'd be an epic time lapse coming up this morning. Even with the smorgasbord, 3 kuhiru are in the water. 2 on floats and 1 free swimming right behind the boat. How long will it take? Home by the sea. Home by the sea. Whoa, 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 whoa. Every time they do that, I get excited, man. Oh, that's not good. That is not good. Leave it in there, bro. You're gonna... Yeah, this is the exact picture I had when we were loading it into the boat the other night. It's like, should we leave it in the chili bin for a bit longer? Ah, stink one.
Oh, Kingsley.
That ain't good.
Joys of burley on a boat, man. It's good, and then it gets messy.
We've got burley going out to leave them down there for the side.
Milan just made the call. We are moving. He's not feeling the love, the fishing love, so we're going to head to another spot. But we're kind of picking that. It might not look the part. So if we go there and it doesn't look good, we'll come back here. Here looks good, but Milan's head's not in the game, he reckons. So, yeah, moving on. All of Milan's fishing dreams just came true. While we were on our way from the first spot to the second spot, the boys spotted a working school of kahawai, so Kingsley had to divert course and we went and picked up a couple of the mighty kahawai. So the live bait tank now has piper in it, mackerel in it, kohiru and the mighty kahawai. And right now it is all about getting a couple of those big kahawai in the water and sitting back in a big burley trail and seeing if the mighty Kingfish isn't around. I imagine he is, it's just whether he's going to eat or not. And this spot looks really, really fishy. We have the sun behind us, which is a great thing if you're the cameraman. We have wind and a bit of current going in the same direction. That's a big tick in a box that you always want to have a tick in. The burley bag right now is plagued with snapper, and Kingsley's going to do his best to catch a few more of those so the boys have something to eat and Uncle Lance has something to fill it. And other than that, Milan has deployed 2 of the mighty kahawai, and we will kick back and await the arrival of the green machine. If Kingfish are in the vicinity, then this is a spot where I believe we will see them. And if we see them, and we've got an array of baits in the water, why won't they eat? I reckon they will. So, yeah, that's us. Bring it on. Big kingies. Kingsley getting stretched. I was losing my shit, it was so big. Oh man, that was a tank. You're about to hit, eh? Get ready to put your rod down, Kingsley. That's him. That's him.
Come here, Kingsley. Come here.
Get it, Kings. Get it, man. This is what you came for, brother.
Be careful that Minn Kota.
Minn Kota, get on it now. Get on it now, brother. This has all happened way too quick, but basically the boys were charging along. Actually, I'll wait till after we get this fish because I got a good bit of footage for you. Nice work, Kingsley.
Yoo-hoo! Woo!
Do we not need to get away from this thing? Or are you driving away now? Oh, nice work, Kingsley. Can you give him another half a turn of drag?
Yep.
Another quarter of a turn? Stop that line coming off. That's it, brother. Now we're getting somewhere.
Back deck as well, 'cause when he comes close to boat,
He's going to go nuts, mate.
Jump out here. We want to tire him out. Sort of haul him out, eh?
If that's
little bit different to the 12 keggers on the east coast.
If that's the fish that we seen just before, bro, that thing would eat a 12 kilo fish. This is the best thing we can do is just keep driving away from him, just put maximum pressure on the fish.
Tire him out.
Yeah, 100%, man, because when this thing gets
Who's
to the boat...
getting tired? Just get a little bit closer to the side of the boat and you don't want to dive under.
How are the arms, Kingsley?
Oh.
Kingsley's feeling it. Oi!
Seen the ball, boys!
Look at the smile on Milan's face. Milan's like, I told you.
Hard fishing.
Yeah.
We've worked our asses off to get a fish. We've fished all the best spots.
Kingsley was just saying before, we should have just fished out my side, man. We can catch like 3 or 4 kingies in a day. Milan's like, nah, we came to catch a big one.
Just one.
Just one fish.
Big head chase.
Yeah, he's hooked in the face, eh? Oh! You know the line can't touch the side of the boat, eh, Kingsley?
Yeah, I do.
I think you might have just got a new PB on the 821.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's get him in.
let's get him in first, eh? Stop celebrating early, Nato.
I can see him.
You can see him?
I can see him in the water.
You reckon it's that fish that we seen?
I don't know, but I ate like a 2 kilo carwise, so it's got to be all of 20 kilos.
Let's put up a good fight.
Here she comes. It's a nice one.
Yeah, I reckon that's about as big as the one we've seen. Be careful, Kingsley. This is where you're going to lose him if you're going to lose him. Yeah, get over there, brother. You can drop your drag a little bit too if that helps. Oh, he still looks green, man. He's got heaps of grunt. Oh, Milan's going in. Be ready to come over to this side of the boat, Kingsley, if he
Just back the drag off a little bit, Kingsley.
Oh, it's a pig, Milan. Get him, brother. It's a bit higher, this boat, eh?
Back your drag off a little bit more, Kingsley.
The gunnel height's just a bit much. Can you grab his mouth, man? Just grab him in the jaw. Oh, I'm nervous. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, boys.
Good.
Yes, boys. That's what we wanted.
Big fish.
Nice work.
That was awesome.
I reckon that's the fish we seen, but it's
That's
made
a solid fish, man.
it's solid, but when it was in the water, I was like, it's a 30 kegger.
As I said, we don't see many fish up here at the moment, but the ones you do see are massive. Man, we worked hard for that
That's
fish.
epic. It's worth it, eh?
Yeah.
So worth it.
You fished too
What
hard.
are we now? 31 hours on the water to have those baits out for all those hours and the time and effort we put into it to get that result. That is just insane.
It's like an hour a kilo.
Yeah, it's
And all those
oh, too good.
Thank
that
you,
right
Richie.
there?
Thank you, Richie, for my pliers. Yep.
Oh, nice.
Need a pair of them, eh?
All right, let's see that beast, Kingsley. It's all yours, brother.
Keeping them for lunch.
Yeah, it's your fish, bro. You
Can
do
we?
what you want.
Yeah, we'll keep it for lunch.
Oh, yeah! Can you just go that way? Yeah, into that corner. Just there, my
Holy
man.
big fish when you
Oh, dude. I can hardly fit that thing on my frame. Nice work, Kingsley. That's a ripper, bro.
Not all
That's
bad,
what we
eh?
came for.
What a fish. What a guy. What a guy. Then chuck them up onto your chest. Chuck them up onto your chest, both arms underneath.
Now
And
we're
then
talking.
cross your hands and just let him sit in there. And then get him.
Kingsley's already seen them photos around the place. He's like, who can I upset?
Matty Wold's your number one.
That's awesome.
It's a celebratory home session!
I think Kingsley's a little bit happy. It's good to see. Well, in good lateral line fashion, we've got a big fish on board that we want to pay all respect we possibly can to. So fishing has ended. We're about to have something to eat, and then we're going to make the run back up the east coast of the Coromandel, around the top, and then back down to Whirianga, where Kingsley and family Fink reside. So, yeah, we'll get to that pretty soon, I'd imagine. Guess what? Nato was trying to get some nice shots of a school of Kauai, and then I hear the boys, ah, 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 and two liveys just got wasted.
I can't even bug one. Sitting in the car.
Is it that big?
Oh, mine's about 20, I reckon. There's a real big one though. There's two of them there. Kingsley must have the giant, but that's not small, Nato.
Milan's getting a beating.
I just can't lift this thing. This thing's fat, man. Hey. Holy schmolies, Nato.
Looks like a good one, bro.
Get him with my twice.
Meanwhile, Kingsley's getting a hiding. Can you see the hook?
Yeah.
Don't you lose him, Kingsley. Oh, you tell me when you got it out. I gotta go film Kingsley. Because he's getting a beating. Is that the old rod between the legs, bro?
Does it look like it? Here you go, Nato. Check him out. Two piggies. Oh, what a way to finish a trip. Always wanted to go out on the 821 and catch big kingfish, and it all came together on the last minute. Kingsley hasn't even got his fish near the boat. Oh. That was our first drift boat. Maybe it's a foul hook now, man. Look at the size of the thing. Oh, Kingsley. No, it's a bit, I think it might be bigger than the first. Oh, look at it down there. Oh, it's beautiful. It's a big fish, bro.
It's a tank, and look at the hook set. Beautiful hook
tank,
set,
brother.
Kingsley.
Drag's let off.
Yeah.
Oh, bro. That's bigger than your last fish.
Bigger than the one this morning.
Yep. You alright? Oh, Kingsley!
Oh!
Oh, I Whoa! Oh, look at that, Kingsley. The hook just falls out. I'll get photos for you, bro. Can you pick it up?
Can you pick it up, Kingsley? That's a real one, bro.
That's a proper fish, bro.
That's a proper kingy. Can I get you on this side of, so I'm not looking at that sun? Then it's gonna look frickin' huge.
Oh,
That's a proper one, brother.
how's my holding?
It looks good.
Tip it that way.
Back towards
Yep.
me. Send him on.
Yeah, can we go that way to the drone?
See those big car white cow days?
That was nice.
Oh, bro!
Oh. Oh, until Monday, I'm gonna sleep good tonight.
What a double, though. What a double.
After completing a very successful overnight fishing mission on board the 821, where a couple of big kingfish got pulled up over the side of the boat, and we covered 136 nautical miles in 2 days, I can stand here with my hand on my heart and say that the 821 Tristram is the most comfortable boat that I've ever gone fishing on for a couple of days. Uncle Lance, Auntie Bronwyn, Brother Tris, Brother Kingsley, and all of the team down at Tristram Marine, you guys build amazing boats. Again, the 821 was just a joy to spend a couple of days on. And if I'm honest, myself and Milan are really, really proud to be able to say that we had a very small hand in its creation. It's a beautiful machine. Now, moving forward, as promised, I have a boat update for you. But before that, I once again want to remind you all about the Boat, Fish and Dive Expo coming to Mystery Creek on the 31st of August and the 1st of September. Myself and Milan will be there with our brand spanking new boat. We'll be on the door clipping tickets in the morning and just, hope to see you all there. If I could ask you now to go over to the Boat, Fish and Dive Expo and give their social pages a like and a follow, you would be helping me to help them, and I really want to help them. Mike is a really, really good man. Mike being the man behind that expo. Now, as promised, I have a boat update for you, and I will forgive you for thinking that the boys were about to get themselves a Tristram boat. But the nuts and bolts of it is that we've had an opportunity present itself, and we've had to take that opportunity down to Dane and say, hey, Dane, we've had this opportunity put in front of us. And Dane took a look at it and basically said, boys, I honestly don't know when I can start your boat because I'm under the pump, as everybody seems to be at the moment. And he's like, this is an awesome opportunity for you guys, and I think you should take it. So the boys are taking it, and pretty soon we are going to have ourselves a fly fin, a 570 fly fin aluminium boat. I went over to Tauranga just the other day and met the main man Nick behind Fly Fin Boats. I also got to meet a number of Nick's team there that create the fly fin boats, and apparently Nick is going to put the vast majority of his team onto our 570 in the next week or two, and they're going to build this thing as fast as they possibly can from start to finish so that the boys are back on the water and doing what we love. And one of the good men that work at Flyfin used to be a cameraman, so Nick's going to get him to film our boat getting built from start to finish, so I can have a boat update for you at the end of every video between now and its completion, which I think is really, really cool. I had a real good look around the fly fin factory while I was there and noticed that the boys have their own CNC machine so they can cut all their own boats out. They also have the little CNC machine to cut all of the U-deck so they can pretty much put anything they want into the U-deck and shape it and yeah, do it all in-house, which I think is very cool. And while I was looking around the workshop, I ran into an old friend. Wow, these rods I reckon were the coolest rods ever made, and I spied it in the rocket launcher and just had to get it out and swing on one. They're very, very cool. Haven't seen one in years, literally years. The Monster Mesh Doiwa. And have no fear, the dream of getting a 7-meter amphibious boat that is solely designed and built to be the best platform that we could possibly have to create the lateral line, that dream of that boat is still alive. Nick and his team already build amphibious boats, and they work with the same company, Tech Tracks, that have offered us a set of wheels. So, starting hopefully early next year or at some point soon, the boys are going to be building that dream machine, and I can foresee this dream machine taking a little bit of time to get it right and do it properly. But again, I want to have that boat, those updates at the end of every episode and just keep that content coming because I think it's awesome. So with all of that said, that is this one done. Chur chur, my brothers and sisters. Thank you all so very, very much for watching, liking and subscribing to the Lateral Line and doing all that you do to give us the time and energy that we need to do what we do. Oh, sorry, one more thing. My partner Claire with an I has brung out a little winter selection of Lateral Line merch, if you could call it that. She's got a few new designs with hoodies and some long sleeve t-shirts available. So yeah, if you want to get yourself some of them, that is there. And to any and all of you legends out there that have got yourself some Lateral Line merch, you have no idea how much help that is right now. And to all of you, chur chur. We'll see you all again on the 30th.